Hi, and welcome to this episode of John's Model Kit Review. Today I am going to be looking at a model kit that is currently on the workbench. And it is the Eduard 148 scale Fw190A5. And the kit number is 8430. And this is their weekend edition kit, and that means it does not come with extensive decals, and it also does not come with any photo etch parts. And this is one of the early Fw190A kits that Eduard produced, and it is notoriously fiddly. There are so many parts inside this kit, and each one of them, if you don't get the fit exactly right, everything kind of the assembly builds. This is a kit that's actually really difficult to build with everything closed up, and that was really my goal with this kit. I didn't want to mess with having the engine on display. I didn't want to have the gun covers opened, and so that's really where I spent a lot of time, was getting all of the panels to fit correctly and to close around the engine, to close around the upper guns, to close around the gun covers and the wings. And so that's really been my main focus with this kit. Once you have this kit built up and the airframe closed up like I do, it really assembles and builds as well as any other kit. The interior on the kit, as far as the cockpit goes, it's not overly complex. It's no worse than any other kit. But the engine compartment and the internal structure of the guns, the wings, and the engine just make this a more complicated build than it needs to be. The newer Fw190A series from Eduard is actually better. They designed it to be much simpler and much easier to construct. But are these older kits still worth a go? Is it still worth building? Well, I've got some pictures here. We're taking a look at some of the exterior detail right now. And honestly, the exterior detail on this kit is excellent. So really, if you can get it to the stage where I have this one now, it's really a matter of painting and weathering the kit. But I actually built this kit with zero filler, with zero putty, and was able to get a very precise fit on everything. But it just took a lot of time. It was very time intensive to get it to this point. I'm excited to finish the kit. Unfortunately, being an early weekend edition kit, this only has markings for one decal option, and really the amount of stenciling and everything, there's basically no stenciling in the kit, and so I had to pick up a set of aftermarket decals for it. I'm still not 100% sure which decal option I'm going to use, but I did get the Eagle Strike decals, and they are Eagle Strike number 48089, and it's the Butcher Birds of JG1. The Eagle Strike decals themselves look really nice, and they have a comprehensive stencil guide on there as well. I used Polyscale Acrylics RLM66 for the interior color. And then it's just a matter of picking out details, and I also put the Eduard pre-painted seat belts in this kit. Really, the seat is going to be the main focal point of the interior on this kit, and so I would highly recommend putting some photo etch belts or coming up with some sort of seat belt, because the rest of the interior on an Fw190 is just very, very difficult to see once the kit is built. So as you can see, you can build this kit without putty. Are there easier alternatives out there? Certainly yes. However, if you have this kit in the stash, you can really make an outstanding model with it. And for you super detailers out there, man, you can really go to town. You can open up everything, and the detail parts that are included in this kit really do look nice once assembled. With the engine assembled and everything else, it's a shame not to have it on display. But that wasn't what I was going for in this build. Unfortunately, there's not a plug for the engine if you're not going to use it, something where you can simply mount the cooling fan and the prop, and you really have to build up everything on the internal part of it in order to get those parts to seat correctly. In conclusion, well, I'm now on the downhill slope of this model kit. Really, the difficulty of this particular model was getting it to the stage where everything was built up, the airframe was completed. From now on, it will be very similar to any other model kit as far as the rest of the build should go quickly and easily. It is a fiddly kit, but as this build shows, and hopefully you can see in the pictures, I was able to complete it without filler and without big gaps or anything like that. And honestly, if you really take your time and dry fit the parts, you can get an excellent fit with this kit. I would certainly recommend this kit to more experienced modelers. Anything less than that and you're really just going to be frustrated with the kit. But if you have this kit in the stash, it's certainly worth a build. You're forewarned, it is fiddly. If any of you have built this kit and want to share your experience, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. As always, I hope you found this video entertaining and informative, and until next time, model on.